You are walking along a beautiful beach. It could be a beach in the tropics, such as here in Mexico, where we have two sides of ocean. The western Pacific side, with the famous beaches of Acapulco, Puerto Vallarta to the south, and Baja California to the north. Or, on the southeast side of Mexico, you have the Gulf and the Caribbean Sea, and all the beaches dotted along these two. Or you could be at any beach anywhere in the world. When entering an ocean, always remember this. There are animals and creatures in the water which can hurt you, or worse, if you're not careful. It is their home, not yours. When you enter the water, you are on their turf. Hazards. There are jellyfish, rays, and of course sharks. For this video, we will concentrate on sharks, as it is these creatures in the back of everyone's mind as they enter an ocean. Now, sharks for the most part are harmless to humans, and they tend to avoid us. There are very few incidents with sharks worldwide, and when there are, in most cases the victims survive. A shark is a carnivore and must eat meat. Its entire structure is built for speed. Some sharks can swim as fast as 50 kilometers an hour. It is incredibly strong, with large sharp teeth designed to break bone, and a shark has incredible bite pressure. Its diet is fish, crustaceans, seals, sometimes birds, and sometimes other sharks. In most cases, when there has been a shark incident worldwide with a human, it is often a case of mistaken identity. Now have a look at these two views and think if you notice any similarities. When a shark sees a sure thing, and of course is hungry, this can happen. Sharks are ambushed predators, as in the clip you've just seen. Sharks also can nudge their prey with their nose to determine what it is. Then, if interested, return for a bite or two, where the shark will let the prey weaken by shock or blood loss. Then once the prey stops moving, will devour it. Its sharp teeth and powerful jaws will easily cut and crush pretty much anything. Sharks do not have anything to hold their prey except their mouth, so they will often administer a test bite to determine what it is. There are documented stories about sharks doing this with inanimate objects: towels, swim fins, outboard motors, surfboards, and yes, sometimes people. Now, if you look at this video of these people paddleboarding, is this safe or unsafe, and why? Yes, this is high risk. It is at dusk, and you also see many birds in the ocean and more flying above, as they are catching fish. Birds and fish are things that sharks eat. Plus, there are those people at dusk on paddleboards, so a shark in the area will have a difficult time distinguishing them on their boards from seals, which is their preferred diet. And this may be enough to prompt an attack. Plus, there could be blood in the water from the fish the birds are eating, and sharks can sense blood from great distances. These are things to remember about sharks. Don't swim in areas where you see fishing boats. They are using bait, plus there might be dead or bleeding fish in the water which will attract sharks. Some sharks hang out under fishing boats, waiting for an easy meal. Avoid murky water, as sharks will have more difficulty distinguishing you from prey. Don't go in the water at dawn, dusk, or at night when sharks are most active, because these are the times when everything else is also most active. It is feeding time in the ocean. Have a look at this video. Is this safe or unsafe? Yes, it is unsafe, as a lone person on a surfboard, which a shark may mistake for a seal, may prompt an attack. Also, in case of an attack, there is no help available if needed. Also remember these points. Don't splash, make loud noises, or bring your pets in the water. Lots of erratic movement and splashing can make it seem like a distressed seal, the shark's favorite prey. If you've cut yourself or are having your period, refrain from entering the ocean. Sharks can sense blood from a great distance. Avoid wearing flashy jewelry or bathing suits, as these to a shark may look like the glint off the scales of a fish. Avoid drop-offs and river openings, as this is where creatures that sharks eat like to hang out. Also avoid areas where sharks may have been recently spotted, as they often return to the same area a day or two later. If you have an encounter with a shark and you feel it may attack you, do not panic. Try to make yourself look as large as possible. Try to keep something like a reef or something solid to your back so the shark cannot get behind you. Try to get away without doing anything erratic. Sharks can easily sense fear through electrical impulses given off by life forms, and this may prompt an attack. Always face a shark. Never try to swim away from it. A shark is much faster and you will not outswim it. If you are above water and near people, don't yell, but shout very loudly and wave your arms for help and stay calm. Try to make your way back to shore while maintaining eye contact with the shark. If the shark lunges at you, grab whatever you have, something solid, and use it as a weapon. If you have nothing, use your fist and hit the shark as hard as you can in either the gills or the eyes. These are the shark's most sensitive areas. Many think that a good hit to the shark's nose is a good idea, but keep in mind that this animal can be coming at you very quickly, and below the nose is the mouth. If you miss, things could get disastrous. If you are successfully attacked by a large shark, you must get to help as quickly as possible, as blood loss and unconsciousness will take over rather quickly. What to do if you're bitten by a shark? Elevate the injured section above the heart and press down on pressure points to further slow the bleeding. These pressure points are on the arm between the elbow and shoulder, behind the knee, and at the groin along the bikini line. If there are sections of flesh missing, a tourniquet can be used by using some bandage and tightening it around the wound using a long object. Keep in mind, this can result in loss of the limb as you are cutting off the blood supply to it, but better the loss of a limb than total loss of life from blood loss. This will have to be a judgment call made at that time. Always call 911 ASAP after a shark attack, as this can save your life. Shark attacks worldwide. Around 80 unprovoked attacks are reported worldwide each year. Reports of shark attacks are considered unprovoked by experts, meaning the shark accidentally bit a person. Unprovoked shark bites have killed at least 10 people worldwide in 2020, including 6 in Australian waters according to international figures. This is confirmed in this year's report of the International Shark Attack File for 2020, published today by the Florida Museum. However, reports of the actual number of fatal shark attacks remain uncertain. In most third world coastal states, there is no method for reporting suspected shark attacks, and the loss of lives near the coast and at sea remains unresolved and unreported. The actual risk of being attacked by sharks is extremely low. In the US, including Hawaii, people are more than 1,000 times more likely to drown than die in a shark attack. Jellyfish are responsible for 15 to 30 times more deaths each year than unprovoked shark attacks. Considering that 75 million people visit beaches and swim in the sea in the US every year, the number of incidents is very low. Of the 70 to 100 attacks a year, only 7 to 10 are fatal. Visit our store for these and other unique items. Link below video. If you enjoyed this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe. We can continue to create great content.